hear trespassing or home invasion, a very specific image comes to mind. But you don't need a balaclava and a turtleneck to break into someone's house. In reality, your landlord is more likely to enter your home without your permission than this guy. On this week's Ask Safewise, we'll cover your right to privacy as a renter and how to know when your landlord is trespassing. And if there's a topic you want to see us cover on this channel, drop a comment below here with the hashtag AskSafeWise. Let's get into it. No application fees required. Here in the US, laws around renter-landlord relations differ from state to state. There are variations around the amount of notice your landlord needs to give, how they notify you, and how they deal with extended absences. Basically, what constitutes as trespassing from your landlord depends on where you live. But outside of serious emergencies, it's rare for laws to allow landlords to enter without notice. Some places require landlords to provide written notice to tenants at least 48 hours before planned entry. Others require 48 hours minimum, and these states have no laws on the books at all. Then there's extended absences. If you're away from your property for over 7 days, these states may allow your landlord to walk right in since there's an expectation that you won't be home. So what aren't landlords allowed to do? When does this become this? While most laws on the books are designed to protect property owners and landlords, you do have some basic rights as a renter. You can refuse your landlord's entry within reasonable circumstances. Maybe you aren't home on the day your landlord is scheduled, or you have pets or kids who may be disturbed by any maintenance. Basically, you just need a good reason to tell your landlord no. But there are invasive habits that some landlords may have that can get them into trouble. Failing to give proper notice in compliance with your state, giving access to unaccompanied parties like maintenance workers, trying to complete work outside of reasonable hours, and just entering your home to harass you are all considered trespassing. So what can you do as a renter? Start by familiarizing yourself with renter laws in your state. It helps to know what's required of you as a renter and your landlord as a property owner because state law trumps their lease. They owe you the privacy, but they're still within their rights to maintain the property. Talk to them about what you need, whether it's more notice, entry only on certain days, or tell them specific times when you can accompany them in your home. While a lease is legally binding, your landlord's word doesn't necessarily overrule state law. If your landlord claims to have the right to enter during an extended absence in a state where that isn't allowed, they're still not allowed to enter. Be sure to ask your landlord questions around this too. For example, ask them how they plan to give written notice and where to expect communications from them. Will it be by text, email, a letter on your door, a notice in the common area of your apartment building? You should also plan to speak about the kind of notices you'll receive. Are there any annual inspections around the same time each year? How far ahead does your landlord plan these? Having a loose annual schedule can help you plan ahead and know what to expect. If you're concerned that your landlord or anyone else is entering your home without your permission, consider adding a home security system, camera, or simple sensors. Many smart locks like this Wise Lock Bolt use fingerprints and temporary PIN codes to give visitors a window of time to access your home. If you don't want to replace any hardware, you can also find small locks that reinforce the door. There's also security cameras for indoors and outdoors. Like smart locks, they require a little DIY skill, but are easy to take down and install when you move to a new place. To generalize, as long as you don't record audio, it's legal in all 50 states, but you can learn more about that in this video. And finally, there's a full-blown DIY home security system. Renter-friendly choices like Cove and Abode use adhesive stickers to keep sensors on the wall. They work through apps, let you arm and disarm your system remotely, or put everything on a schedule so you can allow your landlord in when you're expecting them and keep them out when you aren't. Finally, if your landlord refuses to give you adequate notice before entering, harasses you, or violates your privacy, you are within your rights to call the police or sue them. As of 2022, over a quarter of US households were renters. With so many people working with landlords and property managers, it's important to know where the line is drawn between property and privacy. Because the person breaking into your home isn't likely this cartoony image, but someone you pay money to every month. That's it for this week's Ask Safewise. If you have a topic idea or a question you want us to cover, drop it in the comments below with the hashtag AskSafewise. We've also got a handful of renter-friendly resources and gear listed in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching and stay safe.